Hey there, fam. How's it going? And welcome to an episode of the Monday Motivation. How y'all doing? How's the weekend? Do you guys have a good one? You guys relaxed, recharged, just reset for the week? I hope so. So hopefully this Monday Motivation gets you guys pumped up, gets you guys amped, just to go, just get after it this week. So the talk for today actually came from Instagram. So I had put a story up a couple of days ago. If you're not following me, I don't know why, but if you're not following me, go on TalkswithRodz on Instagram. You can see all the content I put up there. You can also stay up to date, what days, different episodes come out. If you don't have the bell, on YouTube, which again, I don't know why you don't have it. If you don't, right now, just hit the little bell so you get notifications every time a new video comes up. But on Instagram is also another reminder for you guys to see it. So back to that. I was on set at one of my jobs and we were taking a little break. And God put something in my heart. And I was like, okay, like about this deep water, about being in the deep end. I was like, okay, God, let's unpack this a little bit. And he put in my heart this phrase right here. When God calls you into deep waters, he's either going to give you the strength and the endurance to keep swimming or the power to walk on water. Now, when I posted that, everyone was like, yo, that's super crazy. That's so awesome. And it was cool. I appreciate, everyone, it was a positive outcome, positive results coming out of it. But then, we went, we did, the rest of the production. And I went home and I thought about it. And when I first said it, obviously, I felt like, wow, this is really good stuff. But then we started to think about it, right? How many times in our lives are we going through something and we're asking God just to bail us out? I know I've been in positions where I'm like, God, this is too much. This is a lot. Can we not do this right now? I'm already tired. Can we just move this on for something else? Can you handle this one? I mean, he's always going to handle it. Don't get me wrong. He's always going to take care of it. But there's going to be times where you got to, excuse me, you're going to have to step up to the plate, and face that storm. So when I then started digesting a little more, I started for real, started deep, thinking about it and applying my own personal, circumstances towards it. There are countless times, and I'm assuming, you all as well will agree with me, that we're going through something, and just when we feel like we're about to give up, either a little extra strength, either a little bit extra endurance, you go and you push a little bit more. You say, you know what, I won't quit today, I'll quit tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and bam, you knocked it out, right? Maybe you had a test coming up, and you're studying. Like, you know what, I'm just about to fail. And you're like, you know what? Let me just give it one more shot. Let me go over that chapter one more time. Let me go and try that activity one more time. Well, you know what? Like I said, I'll quit tomorrow. And that's something that, me and my friend group, we all grew up, not grew up, but the tight friends, we all grew up that way. But my inner circle right now is don't quit today, quit tomorrow. Because right now you might feel like the world's weight is on your shoulders and it sucks. But if you go take a nap, get us, a couple good hours of sleep in, right? And then just think about tomorrow. You know what? We will revisit that tomorrow. And when you do that, what it does is it's giving you space to cool off, whether if it's an argument or whatever. It gives you time to really reflect, gives you time to pray, which is super important. And then you go on to the next day and you know what? I was overreacting. And you know what? I prayed about it and God revealed this to me last night or he revealed this to me, late in the day. Which, side note, prayer is super important. Obviously, that should be a given, but it is super important because if you don't allow God to be the one leading you, that means you're leading it. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't trust myself to lead my whole life with zero errors. I'm not Jesus, right? So if I can give that responsibility to God and be like, hey, you know what tomorrow holds, you know what my next step holds, I'm going to give it up to you. If we can do that, if we can go and humble ourselves enough to be like, you know what, we don't know everything. You know what, I don't have it under control. Because when we try to do it, like I said, when we try to do it, we mess things up. But when we give it to the one that knows everything, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the one that is just everywhere at all times, when we give it to his hands, when we put it in his hands, that's when things start making, start moving, moves start being made. That's when things start making progress. Yeah. That's a little side note. But, when I'm trying to think of a way I want to say it clearly, when let's say a new job opportunity shows up, right? Or you're in between, right? You're doing so good. You're in between two different jobs. Should I go this one? Should I go for that one? Pray about it. Because if you don't feel at peace, and I talked to, to my really good friend about this, if you don't feel at peace in this next move, don't do it. Don't do it because I'm going to get more money, or, oh man, this comes with a better title, or this comes with this, it comes with that. If God has not given you the peace to take that next step, and I'm not saying, I want to be careful when I say that. I'm not saying you might not be nervous. I might not saying that you might have a little bit of doubt. I might not be saying, I'm not saying that you might not have some reservations, oh man, for real. But there's a difference in being obviously a little nervous. It's a big move. It's a big step. It's a big transition next. And then there's I don't have peace with this. Right? Because when God gives you that green light, he's not only going to give you the peace, but he's also going to give you the position. He's going to give you the provision. He's also going to give you everything you need to take that next step, right? Before you get to that promotion, you have to have the peace, right? I'll say that one more time. Before you go to that next promotion, you have to have the peace that God gives you. Because with the peace comes provision and comes his protection. Yeah, that's what is truly important. Having his peace, his protection, and his provision, right? So when you go to that next step, you go to that next job interview, you go to that next decision, that big decision that you have, right? Because obviously it's oh, do I want to do peanut butter and jelly today? Or do I want to do a Tula salad? Obviously, come on. I'm talking a big decision. Hey, you know what? Do I want to go and change careers? Do I want to, switch, do I want to go this way? Do I want to invest in this? Do I want to do that? Those kind of things, right? Do I want to, take my family and move them from Arizona to New York? I'm just giving an example, but just difference and changes. But when we allow God to do that, things change. And I went a little off topic, but I feel like God had to, drop that word in. But when those situations happen, when God calls you into those deep waters, he's going to give you the strength and the endurance to keep swimming. Maybe he's telling you, hey, you know what? Don't get out of the water just yet. Just keep swimming. I'm going to keep on providing for you. I'm going to keep on empowering you. I'm going to keep on giving you strength, giving you wisdom, giving you clarity to keep on swimming, right? And you have to go through that progress and go through that process. But maybe, just maybe, you can be like Peter, right? And God empowers you to walk on water. So what might have taken, 4 weeks now took you 4 days. But it might have taken you, 2 years, you did it in 6 months, right? There's also that side of it too. Don't think that, oh, you know what? I have to go through these, these common channels. No. Maybe God's calling you to walk on water, right? And he's calling you to brave the storm and not swim, but walk on water to that next victory, to go just speed through it, to just full send it. So we have to just figure out what God is telling us to do, which is why, again, we have to pray. That's the basis of all this. We have to pray. If in a relationship, whether a romantic one or a friendship or at work, especially on teams, communication is key. So if communication is key with one of us, imagine how much more important it is to be communicating with God, to be listening to him constantly, to be all right, God, where should I take this? Where should I move that? Where should I take my company? Where should I take my family? What should I do next? What will be my next steps? The Bible says that, the word is a lamp to my feet, a light to my path, right? Because when we go through our different parts of life, things can get kind of dark. The alleyway, you might be going through an alleyway, not a highway. So maybe you get a small detour. But if you have God with you, you have that light that's showing you where to go, your next step. I don't need to know what's down 6 months from now. I just need to know my next step, right? And I've talked about this before, but I don't need to have the whole plan laid out. I could have an end point, I have my short-term goal of this and my long-term goal of that. And that's great. It's very important to do that and to get structured. Like it says in Habakkuk 2:2, make your vision plain and write it on tablets. For sure, do that. Because a dream is just a dream until you write it down. Once you write a dream down, it becomes a goal. I think that's the word for someone. I'm going to say that one more time. Once you write a dream down, it now becomes a goal. So go execute. Get after it. That's what we need to understand is when God tells us to move, let's move. Because we're in such communication with him that when he does say move, we hear that whisper. We get that clear sign and we move. We get that green light and we just advance on forward. Yeah. I hope this word was great. I hope this word got you motivated, got you excited for, for what's to come. You're about to conquer this week, go after all the wins, all the victories. I know you guys are going to do it. I know you guys are going to have an amazing week. I'm excited to hear about it. Down below, put, hey, Rods, this happened to me last week. Wow. I'm expecting for this. I'm ready for that. You know what? I read them, send me an email. I see the prayer requests. Just know I'm praying for you guys. I get all those messages. I do read them. I do read every single one of them. It means a lot. Thank you for the support and those prayer requests. Hey, listen, you know what? You have a brother right here. You have a brother in Rods that's praying for you and is believing you for that victory and for that win. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these talks. The little bell is really important. You get these talks notified. You don't have to worry about it. Boop, it pops up. Bam. Talks with Rods today at this time. You ready? All right. I love y'all. Have a great week. Keep working hard for it. Keep executing. Keep getting after all the wins and all the victories. I'll see you on Wednesday. Stay safe. Make it the best ever. I love y'all. Bye.